Hello Stamper, welcome to French's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today it's Emboss Resist with the Brusho. So I bet you can see the gold dots there, and I thought it was Valentine's just around the corner, perfect time for Valentine's Day. So let me share with you how I done that. I need a scrap paper. I got a dirty one here we're going to use, and we're going to use watercolor. I like to use watercolor paper with Brusho. Now you're going to take your embossing buddy and you would all on your paper, and I did some of it so you don't have to wait for me to emboss all that, using Versamark, and I'm using the dots in Best Bird, Simply Bird, Swirly Bird, Swirly Bird. I'm using the dots there. And this one, we are doing it in copper instead of gold. I thought, why doing two of the same? We're going to try something different. So I'm going to put that right there. And we're going to use our copper embossing powder. And that with the embossing buddy, that's what really keep it from sticking where it shouldn't be sticking. Now let's set that. And first it takes a little bit of time till your heat tool it's warmed up, and then it's going to go fast here. And you're going to see when it's done, it's getting that shiny there. Here we go. So then you would have done that all on your card. One thing I want to point out, I did the whole thing, stamp everything, and then, let me remove that before I make a mess, and then I put the powder and emboss it. Now, I'm going to use just a little bit of water, and I mean very little of water, where I think that I want to put the colors. Now, for the colors, I'm using the Brilliant Red, and did I use this one? Gumboge. We're going to use the Gumboge also. Let's see what that's going to do. I want more of the red for Valentine's. And let's do a little bit. Oh, yeah, this one got the yellow. That's what I did. And a little bit more of the red here. And then I just took my painter. You can always spray a little bit, but I wanted this to be a fast background, so you can take your aqua painter, make sure I don't have nothing left on that brush, and we can mix it a bit. And you know what, I don't want that much mix, so I'm going to add more water, and we're going to swirl it. So let's swirl. So now you see why I wanted a little bit more water. You can dab. And now this is a bit too much orangey for me. So what I'm going to do, not the gumbo, the Brilliant Red, and we're going to add more red. And then I'm just going to take my brush, drip. Gonna make sure I get the yellow out of there, and I still have more orange on this one. So it doesn't matter how you're gonna do the Brusho. It's all, oops, that's the orange, no orange. That's why I think I get the wrong bottle there. Let me remove some of the orange here. Gonna tap this out here, so you see if you get too much of a color, you can dab before it dries. Let me add quite a bit of red here. Here we go. Now we're talking. Here we go. And I'm going to add a bit more here. Here. Now I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to take my heat tool, and we're going to move that around a bit. We're going to dab it a bit because it's a bit too wet to go faster. Here we go. And now I would let that dry completely. And again, when you see your paper is bubbling, go in the back also, and that's going to stop the curling of it. So after this is, oops, I still have a puddle there. After this is all done drying, it would have to be dry completely. And you can see it's Resit where all the embossing is. It's all Resit. I still have the copper there. Now what I done, I used the framelit, the hearts from the Sunshine Wishes, and I put that on my adhesive sheet. Well, here it is. I put that on my adhesive sheet in the back. So now I got my hearts, and let's pop that out. I know I got my, it have to be here. Or do I have another one? So that is funny. Well, we're going to find a way to do it. Let's just pop this out here. Usually I get my brush or my poker that I use. Let's try a pen here just to pop one out. Here we go. Now let's remove all the little thing in here. Now what I would do is peel this up here. Oh, I think it's dry enough. Let's do it. Peel that up and decide which way I want to put that. Yeah, I think it's going to be, we're going to put it on the other way, this one. Right here. And then I use the copper foil with the love, and that it's in the same framelit, the Sunshine Thing. I cannot believe I cannot find my poker. Here it is. I knew. So I just poked this here. Let's remove this. And now let's peel. Usually when I peel that up, it peeled the center too. See? Perfect. Just the E that didn't remove. Let's remove this. And we're going to put our love right here. And that's what I like about the adhesive sheet. You don't have to fuss with the little glue. Now I pre-cut, let's remove this because this is very dirty here. One thing I didn't mention, though I mentioned that in my first video with the Brusho, you don't want to open this. You just want to poke hole. You can keep like a thumbtack on top. Me, I went happy in my O's. I did more than one. It depends what you want. I like to have a lot of it. So now I got this here. We're gonna mount that, and I like to use fast fuse for my anytime I use watercolor paper. I like to use fast fuse. Make sure it's got the corners. We're going to put that right on top of Real Red, and the Real Red measure 8.5 by 5.5. Score in the center. Inside it's Whisper White that measure 4 by 5.25. You know that funky heart that we had from the center of this here? I still going to use that, and it add the sticky in the back. So let's remove this. We're going to put that right here. And now I'm using the U from Celebrate You Tin. This is the watercolor paper that I put on my adhesive sheet, but I colored that with the aqua painter with the Brilliant Red Brusho, and I let it dry completely, so that's why it's all like kind of marbleized, and that's what I cut my hearts with. So this is it for today. I will have all supplies on my blog just below in the description or above in the high. That's it, my friend. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, happy stamping. Bye-bye for now.